Oh, here we are again now, and it's like no time has passed. Gazing out upon the sunset as it sinks into the night. Many times it seemed as though a given day might be our last. Face to face with certain death, it's somehow coming out alright. I don't think that we have any cause to lament, but there's quite a lot of thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent, thrilling intent.
As you enter this room, once again, you feel the presence of other people around you again. You can feel like you're being watched once more. You go into a dark chamber, which is definitely spooky, but yeah, no, you can feel people moving around you again. Huh? Okay. This is a bunch of chests. Wait, hold on. What is this room? Nahal looks around, kind of like looks at all the chests.
Looks like a fucking thief's paradise is what it looks like.
Yeah, it does.
Too bad you can't lockpick.
Yeah, I know, right? I sure feel like a fucking idiot.
Anyone want to test their luck?
No, but I will. If I get first dibs.
Do be careful, Xanthi.
Xanthi gives this chest a healthy kick.
You kick the chest. Nothing happens.
She gives it a healthy trying to open it.
You pop it open, and there's nothing inside.
This dungeon, man. Is
this another cruel joke of a room? That's what, 3 in a row? 3 fucking cruel jokes in a row? I hate this.
Nahal, gets down on her hands and knees and, runs her hand along the floor. Wait, no, there's some powerful magic going on in this room. It's coming out from some sort of central rune here. I don't know what's going on with this chest, but whatever it is, it looks real important.
Is there a lock on that chest?
Can't you use some kind of magic with your cat ears or something?
Why
what do your
people
cat
keep
senses
saying
tell you about all this?
Why do people keep saying that?
Or maybe you could try and then,
you're so soft.
you can just resort to one of your other 9 lives.
I would threaten to burn this room if we wouldn't have to go through the Richard room afterwards.
You said you're 3% cat, now you're just being dishonest.
Nahal, very upset, wanders over. Okay, my senses are telling me that, there's nothing awful in this room, I guess, except for that big giant room that makes the entire room awful. There's something bad going on here.
Santa's gonna open all the chests.
Nice.
You pop that chest open and you find a key in it.
Robin is going to throw, a piece of coal or something into the circle to see if anything happens.
You toss something into the circle and, for a second, the chest does seem to shake for a moment.
Huh. My mimic senses are tingling like a son of a bitch, just so you know.
Anybody in there? Hello?
What way is this chain going?
The chest? You there, buddy? Little mimic friend?
You can tell this isn't a mimic.
No, it's not a mimic. Never mind. False alarm.
Oh, cool. Any of these mimics? Yeah? No?
No, none of them. You pop open all the chests, they're all fine.
Well, this was a bust.
Yep.
Got this key. Maybe it'll open some untold riches, but I doubt it.
I'm still curious about this chest, though.
I kick this chest.
Oh, dear.
Okay, you kick the chest.
Yeah, kick it.
You walk up and kick the chest, and for a second, the rune flares up. You can feel power spread throughout the room, and then the chest pops open. And inside, actually, there is a ruby the size of your hand.
Whoa.
Whose hand? Hilda's hand?
No,
Come
not
on,
Hilda's
don't
hand.
be greedy.
That's so big.
Whoa. That is nice.
Yeah. Wait up. Wait. Look for traps.
Oh, okay.
I take a look out for traps around the ruby.
Yeah, you take a quick look and no, nothing's out of the ordinary. It's just a ruby sitting there.
Okay, cool. Yoink.
Somebody kick it. Oh. All right.
Okay. You take the ruby. You now have it in your inventory.
Whoa. Okay.
Huh.
That thing is going to be super cursed. Maybe I should just
Xanthi.
take it.
Hey, Xanthi, I'm gonna have money to invest soon.
Even better.
Yeah.
Hilda is just like looking around the room. Is that it?
I guess.
I mean, you can get in the ground floor too if you've got some capital.
Was that key for that chest, or did we not use it?
No, the key is not for that chest.
Ooh, let's go to the boss room, guys. I haven't punched anything in too long.
I completely agree.
That sounds like a good idea. You guys think I should maybe put Richard out of his misery on our way over?
Give me a perception check really quick. Just the group.
Okay.
20.
These chests are shaking a little bit.
Run?
Yeah, let's run.
Hilda's like grabbing her sword, and she's like, but we could kill things.
No, it's like the song always said. You gotta know when to hold them, you gotta know when to run the fuck away from a bunch of weird chests.
Yeah, that's easy when you're the one holding a ruby. I haven't got one.
Very well.
Maybe we
You
can
run into the next room. In the next chamber, Richard is reaching down. His hand now rests in the lunchbox, once again, like, at usual reminiscing on that old photo. But, yeah, as you enter the room, you see that wave of power that seemed to generate from the chest travel across the room, and the lunchbox itself grows teeth and latches to Richard's arm, and he begins screaming. He falls over backwards, kicking over his chair that similarly sprouts teeth and attaches to him.
Fuck. Hey, guy, you okay?
He's
Okay.
yelling, he's on the
Now
ground.
I
He's
definitely feel like
shrieking.
I should put him out of his misery.
I'm just gonna take out a knife and start stabbing at these things.
As you walk over, Robin, actually that open drawer begins to clack and try to grab your
What
arm.
the fuck?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, Hilda's just gonna bring down her greatsword on the desk. That's a natural 20.
Beautiful.
You obliterate the desk and just... Okay.
Yeah, no, Hilda, as she's drawing the blade, drags the palm of her hand across the blade, coating it in blood, the various runes on it igniting in red, and when she brings the sword down, you see that same crackling red lightning once again, and just cleaves this thing straight in half.
It explodes and begins to burn in the air. The ground completely desecrated. Your attack swings through the desk, blowing it up, killing the probably 15 pen mimics inside, and also impacting and obliterating the rug mimic beneath.
Xanthi puts away her normal-ass knife.
No, Xanthi, please keep stabbing if you want to save Richard's life.
Also, hey, that's a nice ass knife you got there.
Okay, you manage to detach the lunchbox from Richard and throw it against the wall. It hits the ground, sprouts little crab legs, and scuttles away.
I try and shoot it as it does.
Please.
You fire a shot into it and send the photograph sprawling across the ground. You look at it for a second, Robin, and your eyes just like look into infinity as you look at the back of the floating photograph. I'll be waiting. And then you snap back to as Richard's screams bring you back to reality. The chair mimic's still firmly attached to him. After a few moments of stabbing, Xanthi, you managed to pull Richard away from the chair, more or less saving his life.
Why did you save him?
Why wouldn't I? He's a potential
It's clearly
acquaintance.
What the hell is happening?
I don't know, man, but your room's all fucked up. You want to come with us?
No. But, sure, is there a safer place?
Probably.
Yeah, we're about to
Please.
go to the boss room.
I've spent my entire life helping others. Now, I am the one that needs help.
Well, hey, we're happy to help, and don't worry about owing us right now.
But do worry about that at some point.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Null's poking Hilda.
Hilda, that was really cool.
Hilda blushes. Thank you.
You grab Richard and you exit into the... Are you going back for the boss room? Or
That's
are
what Kay
you
wants to do.
Are you going down here or this way?
Let's head to the boss.
Back towards the boss room.
Probably the boss
Okay,
room.
right, boss
Yeah.
room. Okay.
I think Hilda and Kay are in the same mentality of like, we need to kill something.
Yeah, I'm getting
And
antsy.
they
Something
know
needs
something's
to
in there
die.
to kill.
Okay, you head into the next chamber, and you see, in here, two people doing battle with suddenly animate objects that are flying around the room and trying to bite them.
Did you guys take the ruby?
The what? No.
I mean, of course we took the ruby.
No, we didn't take any rubies.
We did.
What
Wait,
ruby?
what was the timer left on this room? I'm still giving this room 1 minute, so you might want to evacuate.
Harlock zips over to Gregor and then grabs him and then zips out of the room.
Watch out. Things biting here.
I'm aware. Nahal runs over to the door as you two exit, and oh wait, I'm an idiot. I don't have the key. She runs back as the
where's
bamboo mat mimic tries to grab at her.
Kay's gonna run up and punch the bamboo mat.
Okay, give me a roll.
There's a nat 20.
Yeah!
You grab
We're
the
mimic
bamboo mat.
slayers.
You grab the bamboo mat and drag it up over this entire stall mimic and just use it as a shield to punch down and beat to death everything in the stall.
You're an artist.
That is, man. I'm liking this team,
My
and
fists
it's
are
good
a
because we
paintbrush.
just turned on hard mode. I think.
Meanwhile, Hilda, over by you, all of those plum mimics roll across the ground, managing to sort of suspend themselves across the floor with their gross tongues. They all fly up at you, a banana mimic at their back.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Richard leaves the room, and the fog behind his eyes clears. What have I been doing? Who am I?
You're Richard. Just look at your name tag.
I'm Richard, he says, thinking to himself, as a jug mimic impacts the side of his head and begins chewing on him.
Whoa, hey! Don't get stupid now.
I fire a derringer right next to his head to take the jug mimic out.
Okay, you manage to shoot it off, and he has an intense ringing in his ears. He goes down. Xanthi, as you walk past there, a plate mimic hits you in the back.
Ooh, right between the shoulder blades.
It begins chewing on you. Okay. This is. Nahal runs over and tries to pull it off of you. A bunch of cup mimics start to impact her.
All right, stop, drop, and roll, everybody.
Nahal throws the blanket that she had earlier around herself and starts to roll around in it. For some reason, this thing actually appears to be mimic free. She stands up, looks proud of herself, similar to Xanthi, and you take a look over, and on the on the table that Harlock was guarding, coils something damn near invisible to the human eye.
I don't have human eyes.
Oh yeah, I have infravision. Does that catch anything?
With your infravision, Robin, you actually see almost thin, wire thin and suspended in the air, all damn near invisible, but bright red to you, is a tripwire that's coiled its way around Xanthi's leg, and from the side swings in a swinging log trap.
The traps are alive?
That Harlock said earlier. Xanthi, you're hit in the chest and carried into this stall that is now full of chattering living things.
So does Richard tag along?
Oh yeah, Richard's going in too.
Oh boy, bye, Richard.
Ah, shit. Come on, don't die yet. Robin grabs Xanthi and tries to yank her out of this.
I'm trying.
Okay, you managed to pull Xanthi out. You don't pull Richard out.
Oh no, Richard, you okay?
Ah, come on. He's part of the team now.
Yeah,
He was
I know.
born
I
from the
feel
dungeon. He
fucking-
returns to the dungeon.
No, I feel like I owe him now. Come on, dude. I reach in to grab Richard.
Okay, you managed to extricate Richard from his pile of button mimics that have actually, bored miniature holes into the man.
Oh.
Richard is not doing too hot.
Okay, let's get Richard to someplace safer, yeah?
Richard's
the previous
bleeding intensely on the ground. Nahal starts sopping up his wounds with imps.
Oh no.
Oh,
Why don't you send him to the beach? The only thing that's
Richard,
inanimate
just
in
go,
there is the
just
boat.
go to the room below this. Don't touch the
Right.
water, and just hang on the beach. Just don't touch the water.
And don't touch the boat.
Not the boat
It'll
either.
bite you.
And don't touch anything.
We'll probably be back in a little.
You guys suddenly notice that Hilda is like being swarmed by various fruits, and she's not even using her sword. She's just like grabbing them and biting them.
Did they taste like fruit or taste like mouth?
I can taste blood.
Oh, okay.
Does eating fighting food make you stronger?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a yes. Anyway, let's Xanthi unlock this door. The second we go through, I'm setting this room on fire.
Xanthi stops picking off various fruits and vegetables from Hilda. You still got some fighting food on you.
I like to think that like there's one last banana like crawling away, and Hilda just like puts her boot on the back of it and it just looks up. No.
Okay, I gotta hand it to them, actually. This dungeon started off as a joke, but that last trap, pretty good.
That was, like, actually, yeah, entertaining, but also deadly. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
I loved getting hit by a fucking log.
Nahal's gripping wounds that bleed with blue blood.
Yeah.
Xanthi's not actually looking too hot right now.
Xanthi's always looking hot, but
Hey, you guys want some
not-
bandages? Because for some reason, I was looking in my backpack and I have these 3 yards of fabric.
And I have a large sack.
Huh. I bet Richard would have liked some of those.
Yeah,
I'll take
they'll be
them
okay.
as the one who saved his life. I'll take them in his stead.
Hilda just looks at them. I'm so sorry. I got distracted with the various fruits.
It's okay, you did great.
We've all been there.
Hilda walks up to everyone that's bleeding. It's like, all right, now this is going to look very gross, but you need to trust me. She takes out a knife
Heard that
and drags
before.
it across the palm of her hand again, and she actually wipes that blood on their wounds, and it actually kind of seals over and blocks their wounds.
What are you, a scab bender?
Making me feel a little redundant with my 3 yards of fabric over here.
No, you need to put the 3 yards of fabric on top of it to stop it from looking
okay.
absolutely gross.
Yeah,
I got
teamwork.
half my face clawed off once, and I would have had 3 gross scabs running across the whole thing. It doesn't look good.
Not to mention, it is wet, so if something were to wipe it off, it would remove the effects immediately.
Thanks,
And
I
it
hate
does
it.
not work on scales. Got some scars to prove that.
I'm sorry.
Well, now that we're all patched up, you guys feeling a boss room?
I'm feeling a boss room.
I've been waiting for this.
Yeah. If the room
You,
hasn't eaten the boss already.
You walk into the boss room, and God, it's so weird. Like this entire castle has felt like it's been shifting around you, but this feels like reality is retching around you. Like the world itself is having an asthmatic attack
Oh.
as it tries to force you into a space that probably no living being should occupy.
That's what I'm
On the
talking about.
On the far side of the door, something
Oh, God.
something waits for you, and you heard about this actually in the briefing. The stewards of Castle Crowhenge, great beings that guard this place. You were told to avoid these things at all costs, that adventurers of your caliber weren't ready for them. But you're prepared. You've been looking for a fight, and as you look across the room, it appears a fight has found you. This creature has an overwhelming bloodlust that spreads throughout the room, almost too much for you to bear. The tiny candle mimics lapping at your feet are of no
No.
comparison to this creature on the far side of the room. But then the emotion shifts, and it almost becomes melancholic, unfulfilled, and emptiness, a great vacuous void that desires some sort of resolution. And you feel empathy. Hilda and Kay in particular with this desire for bloodlust and for a battle deserving of a glorious and bloody end. And as you start to empathize with this creature, its blurred form, repugnant to the world, begins to solidify, and you can see its true shape. And on the far side of the room stands a person, back turned to you, and bloody crowbar held to its side.